Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Maple 101. Now I know it's been a while, but I'm going to recap on what this show is about. We talk about all sorts of new stuff coming out for Maple, and it's really exciting. I usually have a guest speaker with me, and today I have Kevin. Kevin's awesome. So, yeah, we're going to be going over the new hyper skills. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, hyper skills are amazing. So, in case you're wondering what they are, they're skills that we're going to be getting for level 140 and beyond once KMS decides to give them to us. So sit back and relax and listen to this pre-recorded audio from a long time ago. So, alright, what do we got on hyper skills? Tell me everything you know about hyper skills right now.
Hyper skills. So, according to Inkwell's secret diary, hyper skills is Rosette and NEXON's. Okay, let's just blatantly say it. This is totally fifth job. I know there's no job advancement in this, but come on, this is totally counting as some sort of fifth job. I mean, it's literally you're getting a new set of skills at level 140, and at the same time. Well, they are just souped up skills, but at the same time, you're doing like tons of damage. So, hyper skills. I don't know if they're available to all. Yeah, they're available to all classes, but more focused on the Novas and the heroes.
Yeah, the legends.
The legends and
Hero and legends.
Let's scroll down a bit and take a look at more. Take a look at the skills themselves, the actual pictures.
Okay. Alright, we're in the Aran
First
section.
First of all, we should see the Aran section.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. So the Aran, if you guys have been catching up with Inkwell's secret diary, you'll find out that there has been a GIF file, or an animation file, showing some really strange attacks. Usually some people thought, oh, maybe it's a revamp or something, or a new movement, but no, it's a new skill altogether. It's called Beyonder, well, according to the translation, and this skill attacks up to 8 enemies and in front of you for 355% of the original damage 3 times. The maximum damage for this skill is 3 million. Yeah, you heard me, 3 million. And that thing can really take a toll on some boss, which is pretty nice. And the required level to get this skill is 170, so you really have to start grinding to get this. Oh
my god, it's
skill.
the phone.
It's the phone. Continuing on. The Aran also gets a new a buff called Combo Unlimited. So for 30 seconds, you can use any combo skill without using your combo, your little combo gauge, little combo counter.
So what you're saying is you don't have to have, if a skill says you need 100 combo to use this skill, you don't need that?
Yeah, you just use this buff and you're free as a bird to use whatever you want. So you don't have to charge up your attacks just to use some sort of super attack. No, you could just go right ahead and just.
That's pretty cool. Last 30 seconds. That's kind of like Infinity for mages, where you could just use as many skills as you want, mana free,
yeah.
And it has a 90-second cooldown, and you get it at level 150.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really useful skill. What's this Hero's Oath?
Hero's Oath. Let's see. Hero's Oath. So it's given to only the heroes, which is Phantom, Mercedes, Evan, Aran, and Luminous. This oath, think of it almost like Maple. I can't really say it's Maple Warrior. Oh, it's not. So it gives all the heroes, the Maple heroes in your party, a 10% increase in damage, and the ability to pass your damage cap by an extra 50,000 points of damage for 60 seconds. You have to be max level. You have to be level 200 to get this skill.
I see.
So,
is this only for Aran?
No, this is for every hero.
So this is like a new Hero's Echo kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah. Heroes. Yeah, it's called Heroes Oath.
I wonder if Echo's still going to be around though. It might be. This one works a little different. It only has a cooldown of 120 seconds, whereas the other one has 2 hour cooldown. So yeah, alright, moving on to Evan.
So the Evan has a new attack called the Onyx Dragon, where you actually summon the ancient Onyx Dragon, the actual king of blah blah blah. And it helps you, it fights with you for 30 seconds. It attacks 8 damage with 8 damage. 8 enemies for 1000% of your original damage with a cooldown of 90 seconds. Required level would be 170, just like the Beyonder.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have a new buff called Frenzied Soul, which is increases your party's damage by 30% for 30 seconds. Required level 150, and you also get Hero's Oath. That's all for the Evan.
The Evan.
Yeah. Oh, and before I say anything, yeah, there are other hyper skills that you get that are just pretty much just souped up versions of your 4th job skills, but then we're not really going to go into that because they're pretty much the same in a sense, just stronger. But we're just circulating around the really new skills that we haven't seen before.
And it seems like you get a lot of these upgrades at different levels.
Yes, at different levels. You start getting
it's like
these.
Okay, for example, it's like it says Blaze. You get an upgrade for that at 177, 195, and 155, and then Dark Fog at 168, 149. These are all upgrades. 180, 189, and then for Illusion you get 162, 183, and 143. Like those are the levels you have to be required level to get these random upgrades for these skills. I mean,
quote-unquote random.
Yeah, I mean, well, the numbers are just, it's not like, level 120, 140, it's like
you won't get these all.
168, 189, I mean, come on. It's like every couple levels, they're like giving you a random skill.
It's not too bad though.
It's not. It's just odd in my opinion.
It is
I
odd.
mean,
like
you wouldn't expect to get an upgrade at level 162.
Yeah, it is. That's kind of a really random level. Well, specifying that's not an even number, even though it is. Mm-hmm. If they gave all these skills at once, you can say it's 5th job. Like I don't care what people say. I think this is just an excuse to give a somewhat like Nexon and Wizette are just like they don't want to say 5th job, but it totally feels like a 5th job of some sort, or just like 4th job plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If at the very least 4th job plus. I mean, we're getting a few new skills and upgrades to old ones. So
some people might be saying, "Oh, this is getting OP." I know how like every time there's a new class that's coming out, there's always going to be the audience is going to say, "Oh, this is too OP. This guy has OP skills. This guy is too strong." Well, honestly, the bosses are getting much harder, and it's like it's getting hard. Like I'm not even kidding. Like we're gonna kind of need these.
Yeah.
And it's not the fact that some people say, "Oh, well, if we're too strong, it's gonna make those hard bosses like you won't have as much skill." Well, the fact is, it's like as these bosses get increasingly harder, soon enough. I think this is all Nexon's going to offer is just hyper skills to give us a little bit of a little kickstart. But I don't think they're going to go any further, adding anything extra. Honestly, like, yeah, it's true that you're going to have to use like buffs, and you really do have to use skill. But at the same time, it's like, well, you're going to need these attacks that do like millions of damage just to. I mean, like. I don't know. Is there already a monster out there that has like 1 billion HP or something? I don't know.
Oh yeah, Pig Bean, harder version of Hilla. I heard.
Yeah.
The Chaos bosses, Zuckum and
Horntail.
I mean, and then they're Arceum, and they haven't even come out with Black Mage yet.
Yeah, and the Black Mages, I don't even want to.
Alright, we'll get into that later about the Black Mage.
We'll go into that later. Let's continue on with more of the skills.
Alright, so hold on. Mercedes have upgraded skills of Ishtar's Ring, Legendary Spear, and Water Shield. Alright, and then tell us a little bit about Wraith of Enlil.
Wrath of Enlil.
Wrath.
The name Enlil is is the name of some ancient Sumerian god. If you just want to know that. Attacks up to 10 enemies in front of you, 300% damage. Maximum damage is about 3 million. It's really average. I mean, like, every hero is getting about 3 million damage. Required level, 170.
Did you say 3 million for the damage?
Yeah, the maximum damage was.
Yeah, it looks like a better version of Legendary Spear, or like the Spikes. No, the Spikes Royale. I mean,
it does.
Where like the pink spikes come down. It looks a lot better though. So.
It looks cool too.
All right, Elvish Blessing. What's that do?
So it's a blessing. It increases your attack by 80 and gives you 100% stance for 30 seconds. Cooldown to 90 seconds. It's unique. I like that. Required level is 150. And Hero's Oath again. Yeah. Oh, and if you haven't noticed or not, each hero's oath is a different color. So keep your eyes peeled for that.
Yeah, cool. I noticed that. It's pretty cool, and they got different symbols and stuff.
Yeah.
So, if you think about it, Hero's Oath. Since these are hero classes, it's safe to say that you can't get these unless you're a hero.
No, these are that buff is only exclusive to your heroes.
So like when I was saying earlier, might be replacing Echo, I would take that back now because Echo would probably still be around for like just common any level 1 or level 200, whereas this is like only for heroes. All right, so Phantom. All right, Phantoms get upgraded.
Phantom is lucky.
Yeah. Why is that?
Phantom is really lucky with their skills.
Yeah. They get upgraded versions of Protect Misfortune, Tempest of Card, and Ultimate Drive. So, tell us about their other skills there.
So, the ultimate skill for Phantom is called Rose Cart Finale, and sorry, I think that was a terrible pronunciation of that. So a rose card is thrown into the air, scattering into many cards and shooting down up to 15 enemies. 700% damage, 6 times. That's a lot. And at the same time, this does a maximum of 9,999,999 damage. That is almost up to 10 million points of damage. This required level is 170. Phantom really got.
Why do they get to hit more? That doesn't make sense.
Because they're phantoms. Nobody likes phantoms. I'm kidding. I have a phantom. Phantoms are awesome. But yeah, they're wow.
Wow.
And they also get Final Judgment, which is you receive all the Judgment's cards effects, increasing your crit rate, item rate, resistance rate, and element's defense by 20%. And increases your defense by 100%, so pretty much you get no damage. And heals 3% of your HP on each attack for 30 seconds, cooldown to 90 seconds, and require level 150. Wow.
Jeez. Then
they really spoiled it.
And then they got a Hero's Oath as well.
Yeah, I like the Hero's Oath for Phantom. I like the Raven Crest. It's really cool.
Yeah. All right, so Luminous, they get upgrades for Absolute Kill, Apocalypse, and Light Reflection. And then, what about them? They get this skill called Armageddon. What does that do?
Armageddon. Armageddon! I just want to say that. Armageddon is... Oh, jeez. I really don't feel like, what do you call it? Mentioning the name where it came from, but anyways, it attacks up to 15 enemies around you for 1,000 damage 3 times and restricts them from moving or buffing each other for 20 seconds. Cooldown of 120 seconds. The maximum damage is 9,999,999, which makes this skill just as strong as Phantom's Rose Card Finale. So, yeah, screw you, Luminous. Next is Memorize, which is a really, 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 really cheap buff because of the fact that I know that people who use Luminous, you have that sort of dark light equilibrium kind of thing. Yeah, using this skill Memorize will you enter equilibrium state instantly. So there's a cooldown of 150 seconds, and the required level is 170. So like,
what does that mean?
Equilibrium state is like you can't. When it comes to using Luminous skills, if you use too much dark magic, it gets weaker eventually, and you have to use white magic to alternate in between. But when you're in equilibrium state, both your dark and light also get I guess they're equally strong. Mm-hmm. So you can both use them, and yeah, so I guess just equilibrium state is like this huge unfair advantage. And because like most of these attacks that Luminous gets does insane damage. I know once Luminous comes out on GMS, there's going to be like a quadrillion Luminous classes walking around, filling up channels.
So, and then they also get Hero's Oath. And
yeah, Hero's Oath. I like the Hero's Oath. I like that crest that Luminous gets. It looks cool.
Yeah. So, alright, and then we got some Kaiser and Angelic Burster
hyper
skills. Alright, so you guys probably don't know too much about these yet. And they probably didn't even have, I mean, I'm pretty sure they started off with like, fourth job being at level 100 and stuff. But are these like skills they're just now getting, or fairly soon getting? Or did they
they're getting
have
it soon. I don't know if they're released. The hyper skills haven't released yet. But since these are Novas, I don't think they're getting Heroes as well. We'll see down the road.
Okay. Alright, so Kaisers get upgrade skills of Giga Slasher, Infernal Breath, and Wing Beat. And then they get a really powerful attack called Prominence. Alright, go ahead and explain that to us.
So according to what it says, the skill that the former Kaiser last used. So, if you guys check that old trailer where you see Kaiser fight, what's his name, Magnus, and he uses that insane attack that like literally he like sacrifices himself and freaking almost everybody dies, and everything that's left is like sword. This is the attack that he uses, but I guess he survived using his attack.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It covers the entire screen in flames, which is freaking awesome. Dealing 1,000% damage 8 times on up to 1,000. What's wrong with me? 15 enemies. There's a cooldown of 9 seconds, and the maximum damage for the skill is 9,999,999. I should just say 10 million minus 1. Required
Dude,
level is.
I just was reading, listening to this. It's like, okay, it hits 8 times on 15 enemies, and it can hit a max of 10 million minus 1. So does that mean it can hit 10 million minus 1 8 times?
I guess so. I guess that's I think that's what it's trying to imply.
I mean, thinking of it like that, I mean, that makes it just powerful on a whole nother level. Like, you have no idea.
Totally unfair.
So, oh man. Alright, and then Majesty of Kaiser. What does that do?
It uses the former old Kaiser's courage and resets all your cooldowns and increases your attack by 50 and your attack speed by 1 stage, and lets you ignore monsters' defense buffs for 30 seconds. Cooldown of 90 seconds and require level 150. This is steroids. Wow.
No crap. They should have just named it steroids.
Ancient spiritual steroids. I don't know.
Alright, and they do not get Hero's Echo, they get Final Trance.
Final Trance.
What's that?
Trance. Not trance, but trans, as in short for transformation.
Okay.
So, as you've been seeing, the Novas have this, Kaiser especially, has this transformation skill where he turns into this humongous Dragonite that looks like he's pulled off of some crazy Power Ranger super armor. and you have to, I guess you have to charge this sort of energy to get into this state. But using Final Trans, you go into the final configuration state instantly. There's a cooldown of 300 seconds, which sounds decent, but the required level is 200, so you really gotta work and bust your badonkas to get this.
I like how they're coming out with these skills. It's like, okay, you reach level 200, it's like you're a boss now.
You're a boss now. Let's make you even more boss and totally respect it.
So,
train anyways, so why not we just give you all these crazy skills?
Alright, Angelic Burster. They get upgraded skills for Furnitura Fetucia. I don't know. Soul Resonance and Soul Seeker. And then they got this really cool like attack called Supernova. Like seriously, it looks really cool.
I'd say like, okay, I don't mean to poop on your party, but Supernova is a really, really unoriginal name. Like they could have thought of something better. I don't know. Like they could have been like creative, like the Phantoms using like French names or something. I don't know.
I think it looks cool.
Escada, which is the dragon, the Nova of your character. You borrow her strength? I don't know. And you borrow the power of a space to hit up to 15 monsters for 800% damage every second for up to 12 seconds. So yeah, you're doing 800% damage, but yeah, you're attacking every second. So you're attacking 12 times, doing 800% damage. So that's maximum damage, 10 million minus 1. Required level 170.
That is an insane attack. I honestly think that this 90-second cooldown isn't long enough.
It should be a bit long.
Alright, so Soul Exalt, what's that?
A big Sailor Moon ripoff, that's what it is. No. So you resonate with Escada's soul, amplifying your strength, giving you a 100% recharge chance for 30 seconds, which I have no idea what that means because I have no idea how the Angelic Burster works, since she is quite new to this whole KMS fiasco. Required level is 150.
And then they get a Final Contract.
Oh yeah,
which looks that's kind of like Sailor Moon.
That's really Sailor. That screams Sailor Moon. Final Contract. I'm guessing the whole contract thing is like your character kind of plays the role of a pop star. Yeah, I know. And you receive the full power of your contract with Escada, giving you 40% critical rate, 100% stance, and 100% resistance to states and elements for 30 seconds, and a cooldown of 120 seconds. Required level is 200. Not too bad, but could be a bit better for level 200 for the Angelic Burster. It should be called Angelic Buster, but according to Hangul translation, it's Angelic Burster. Angelic Burster.
Yeah, should we show them the Sailor Moon trailer thing they made for this class?
We should.
Okay, it's gonna seem really I felt awkward. I felt awkward watching this.
It's really. Wait, a little thing is. The Angelic Burster is pretty much the girliest class you'll ever play, but regardless, I will still make one. And it's gender locked, so you can only make female Angelic Bursters, no males.
Wait, there's no males at all?
No males. There's no males. You completely gender locked. There's no males whatsoever. It's ridiculous.
It's not a big deal. It's just like, I mean, with all the, male oriented classes that we've had, it wasn't just guys.
So like I'm guessing they got this whole idea from like Korea has quite this influence of Korean music being K-pop and stuff. I'm guessing that they're getting this whole influence, like they're targeting the female audience with K-pop, as K-pop is really popular within the female audience in the West and the East. And so I guess Angelic Burster is kind of in that area. And I would be pissed off if they don't end up with a Gangnam Style skill. want a skill like that. I'm just saying. If we're gonna have a Korean pop star class, I want Gangnam Style. Just saying. So play that, you know.
Yeah. All right. So here's the video.
Dress me up, bring it on, until I'm Angelic Burster! Sit down!
Little pause. Alright. Okay, so we're back. Quick little thing with Angelic Burster while we're on topic. I have a picture of Helicium. Helicium? Or Helicium?
I don't know how to say it.
I'm gonna call it Helicium. How's that sound?
Sure.
Alright. And this is actually, I mean, it's uncolored, but it's still, I guess, what the map is gonna look like. So, and then we got some NPCs down here, who are, you know, you can definitely tell they're like half human, half dragon. I don't know.
I think they're evil.
Yeah,
they're bosses. They're bosses. They're not NPCs. They're bosses.
Oh, these are bosses?
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
that?
Dreamcatcher as a boss.
That little Dreamcatcher is a boss.
Yeah, Dreamcatcher is a boss. Sweet.
All right. Whatever. A new item called Mastery Book Synergy has been added. With it, you can combine 2 Mastery Books into 1 Mastery Book.
Oh my gosh! Yay!
Is that? But it doesn't say any. It doesn't say anything else. So I don't know if you're gonna get something random or what.
Cool,
it's probably you get something random, which is.
Can't wait! I can't wait till Free Market gets this stuff. Oh man, it's gonna be fun.
I got a lot of random Mastery Books I haven't used. So.
Wow. That's kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then some other things. Remember, okay, earlier talking about the hero stuff. I had something that I wanted to like mention, but we kind of got into Kaiser, and then I was like, oh shit. So what I noticed is a lot of these skills that the different heroes are getting are very different from each other. Like they're all very unique in a very specific way. You know, and I think what they're going to do is when the Black Mage comes out, there's going to be some sort of like expedition that you can only do if you have an Aran, Evan, Mercedes, Phantom, and Luminous. Like you have to be the 5, you know, original heroes to go fight it. There's probably going to be another version or whatever, but I still think it would be cool if they had something like that, you know? Where the heroes go back, or you know, they have come back and finish off the Black Mage kind of thing. So, and you know, the Black Mage, it just seems like it would fit if they were to do something like that, you know. And with all their unique skills, it's like they're meant to kind of be unique so that they can help each other, you know. It's like you need each other to get through, kind of thing, you know? So, but anyway, let's talk about this new boss that apparently is more OP than the Black Mage. Yes?
I wouldn't say it's a boss. But more like an element of a character to the story, I'd say.
I see. So, I thought you said it was like going to be like a harder boss or something.
It should be.
It should be? Yeah. Alright. Well, anyway, tell us about this.
So, according to Inkwell's diary, there's somebody apparently stronger than, what's his face, the Black Mage, by the name of Dharmola. And apparently Magnus got his power from this Dharmola. So it's like, this is probably, I guess, probably even like stronger than the Black Mage. I don't know. Like maybe the Black Mage gets power from him. So I'm guessing like there's a strong possibility that heck, maybe the Black Mage isn't really the true bad guy. Maybe there's like some sort of stronger bad guy, and then there's going to be an even stronger bad guy, and then there's going to be a stronger bad guy until it's like this big pyramid of stronger bad guys. Yeah, he wasn't really the villain. It was this guy.
It's like finding out the Black Mage is Darth Vader. Oh, there's a Sith? What's a Sith?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Alright, so those are just, you know, kind of up in the air things. I mean, last episode we were like talking as if fifth job is only rumored. They're hinting, and lo and behold, you know, a couple weeks later, and look at this. It seems that there really is a fifth job, or at least a fourth job plus. So, you know, who knows? I mean, these sources that Kevin has been, you know, providing have been proving to be, you know, somewhat factual, and, you know, they keep coming, you know, true, basically, you know. So we'll, you know, all we can really do is wait and see how that really turns out. You know, it sounds like it's gonna be pretty crazy, especially, oh my gosh, it's like the bosses are hard enough. You know, I really don't understand, or, you know, how is it gonna get any harder, you know? But, you know, they still got the Black Mage to do, and, apparently, possibly something else. I mean, they're only just talking about him now, so. But, man, I remember back in the day when it was just like, oh, you know, Cygnus's just came out. Oh, you hear about the Black Mage might be coming back. What's the Black Mage? But it was like, you know, I didn't realize it would be a 5-year endeavor, like waiting for this stupid Black Mage to just come out as a boss, and then it's like, oh well, you know, Black Mage had all these minions, and you got to fight these first. So. And
then after the Black Mage, we're gonna have Darmor or something, or it's like, oh, the Black Mage was in a subgroup of some sort of evil play. Oh god, just.
Demon Slayer hatched out of an egg. I still do not understand that. Why was he in an egg?
His mother's a chicken?
No, it's like, oh, he died, but he was in an egg and was reborn.
What?
If you played a Demon Slayer.
I have a Demon Slayer, it's just, I never really cared about the story of Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I know, the beginning when I'm hatching out of an egg, I'm like, what? Why? Alright, so, anyway, you know, thanks for listening to us talk about Maple stuff.
Yay!
Tune in next time when we randomly decide to make another episode. There's no date to look forward to.
Yeah, we don't ever.
I think it was like all this week. You know, we message each other random times. Hey, you online? But we're not online, so it's like, hey, you should text me when you're back. I text him, he doesn't reply.
And the next morning, yo, are you online?
Our schedules are so different.
Yeah.
So, alright, this is Jake, aka Ion, and we'll see you guys next time. And Kevin, you can sign out too, Kevin.
This is Tarot Blade signing out.
What's that?
Peace.
Is that your, what's that?
That's my Phantom's name.
Oh.
You know, the Phantom. Yeah.
Yeah, the one you made in another server, so I didn't care.
Yeah, the Renegade server.
I miss the small server. Alright. We'll see you guys later.